What is up, guys? And welcome to this week's session of Lounging with Leet. On today's session, we are going to be talking about being a hard parent. I hate that term, but anywho. So go ahead, get comfortable as we get ready to get into it. Okay, guys. So, as everyone, a lot of people notice about me, but for any new people, I have two children, a daughter and a son. My Shari and Marquise. I had my Shari when I was 20. I had Marquise when I was 25. And I basically raised them by myself with the help of the Lord. Hello. Um, and listen, it wasn't easy. I probably made it look easy to people, but I'm just not the type of person to, just wallow in whatever um hard situation I'm going in. That's just not me. I'm not made like that. I am going to just do my best, pray, ask God for strategies to help me through. And that's just how I tackle every aspect of my life. So, this topic of like being a hard parent, um, as I was raising my children, my friends and, some relatives, they would be like, especially like when it came to Shari, they would be like, you're very hard on her. I'm like, what? Police. Um, do you want me to send her to your house? Because Shari was off the chain. Um, and I continue to be that way with Marquise. Now, in Shari's eyes, she may think that I raised them different. I didn't raise them different. She was just more of a problem. Hello? So I had to be on her more. And then by the time that Marquise became a teenager and was in high school, she wasn't around. She was in college. So she didn't see how I was with him. So I decided to do a video on this two things. One, me and Marquise was having a conversation because he recently has a job and so he get his little money. He feeling like, hey, I'm look at all these coins in my bank account. Yeah, get it how you live, son. Get it how you live. So and we were talking and he was telling me, like when he get 18, he wants to invest. He was asking me, do I invest in the stock market? And I was like, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. These the type of conversations you need to be having with your children. Okay. So I was like, yeah. And I was just telling him, how much, what his dad does, because I've helped Marquis, um, invest a little bit. So Marquise was telling me, what he would want to invest in, and it was something he was talking about. I hadn't heard of it, which doesn't mean anything because it's a ton of stuff out here, and these young kids, you know, they research and do. So I was just like, well, just make sure it's reputable, whatever you're doing, and just be careful, because you can lose money, if you're playing around in the stock market. He's like, yeah. And so then, we're chatting or whatever. And he said, yeah, mom. He was like, I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know how I would have turned out if you wasn't hard on me. I was like, I know that's right, Marquise. I was like, you would have been lazy. That's what you would have been. And he started laughing because he would. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about other people's opinions. I just don't. I don't know how I turned out that way because I know a lot of people are not like that, but I am like that. And so when I was raising them, I didn't really care what people thought because I knew I couldn't just let them do anything in order for them to be like intelligent um human beings that actually had drive, that actually wanted something for themselves, not just like my check is my check. I've been telling them that for years. Like, this is my money. I worked hard for this. You're going to have to go out and you're going to have to work, earn your own money, and take care of your own self. So when they get 16, listen, I scale back on what I'm doing. Now, Shari, she's a girl, so we all know girls are different. You know, they want their hair done, they want clothes, they want this. So, when she turned 16, and she turned 16 in April. So, at the end of April. So, like, she was ending one school year was ending. And so then she had, the summer. And I said, listen, I'm not buying you nothing for the first day of school. So I don't know what you're going to do. Girlfriend got her a job, okay? Girlfriend got her a job so that she could, get her own money and things like that. And listen, when I say something to them, I don't go back on it. I don't, oh, she didn't get a job. Let me go ahead. No, there is no let me go ahead. There is, so sad. Too bad. How you gonna teach them if you don't like honor your word? I mean, I think that's one of the main points with like being a parent. I don't know. I don't know if parents feel like, oh, if I'm hard on them, I don't know what they think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gave birth to these human beings. They need you. Hello? They need us. It is nothing. We are just trying to make sure, we should be trying to make sure that we set them up for success for the world, because the world ain't going to care about them. The world ain't going to spoil them. The world ain't going to do nothing, okay? And I think that is another reason why I was the way that I was. And another thing is, I always tell them, don't be like your mama. No, no, let's not. Okay, there's other things you can be doing. Let's don't be running behind boys and girls. Like, no. Okay, it's plenty of time for that. And anyway, I ended up telling Shari one day, I don't even. People shouldn't date in high school. All this high school sweetheart stuff is trash. People should not date in high school. I am so happy that my kid, Shari just didn't know how to act. At first, I was going to let her date in high school, but she kept being sneaky, putting codes on her phone. Excuse you, do you pay this cell phone bill? I think you don't. So run that code off, take it off, or give me your phone. Okay? So she kept not adhering to the rules. She was in middle school. Somebody called me, an administrator, because she was had her tongue down some boy's throat on the bus. Oh, okay. That's what you think you want to do. No boys for you. Okay? No, no. That it's a no. Okay? So I just ruled it out for her. And whenever she would be sneaky and would be caught and boys would be FaceTiming her, honey, I'd snatch that phone right from under her. And, she would have her little, because she was, okay? But I wouldn't have it any other way. If I was to go back, I would still be the same way, because look at how this girl turned out. Very responsible. Um, has her head on straight. Not running behind no little boys, got no baby in her belly. I mean, because that's what happens when you, come on now. We out here being in love, thinking we in love. We don't know what that is. You don't know what that is in high school. You just don't. And anyway, why would you want to? I don't think you should date someone in high school. I think people should date in college. If you're going to college. College isn't for everybody, but everybody that knows me, listen. You get out of high school, you go to college, okay? That gives you some more fundamental thinking. It gives you more time to figure out what you want to do. I just figure, just do that. Go do that next while you're figuring it out, because listen, there should be no rush to be an adult. Okay. Now, do I want to turn back time and go? No. Okay. I hated being a child, but my life was different, which is another reason why, like, I was just hard on my kids. Like, come on, man. One, if it's just me taking care of y'all, listen, y'all better, y'all, you better get it together. Your only job, I used to tell them every time, all the time, your only job is to go to school. And when you go to school, you need to go to school and get the best grades possible. A's or B's. Don't come in here being average. Anybody can be average. Don't do it. Now, did they listen to me? That Shari didn't, okay? Like, Shari didn't start excelling until, child, maybe her 12th grade year, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know, but she is smart. But you know how these kids are, child. They get in that high school, get around hordes of people, honey. It is like lights, camera, action. Okay, I'm in here. Okay, fine. You gonna be in there, and she barely got into college. Okay, so and as them uh unapproved letters was coming in the mail, guys, I ain't even feel sorry for her. I mean, she would be crying. No one's gonna take me. Me. Mm, you should have listened. But I knew somebody was gonna take her child. So she got in and there she go. Now, Marquise. Marquise only gave me problems when he was like 15, but the only reason why he gave me problems is because he was sitting up here talking to this little girl on the phone. And this little girl was no good. I did I just didn't I didn't like I didn't she wasn't a little girl that my son should be talking to. And I kept trying to figure out where's her parents, that they just letting her send these Snapchat messages. Like, is anybody checking her Snapchat messages with all this stuff she's sending? Hello? Cause I check phones. Give me that. Let me see what's going on. Why y'all talking about this? What is this? Go do some schoolwork, okay? So, he tried, okay? But I had to let him know real quick. He wrote me a letter and everything. Like, Marquise is a trip. Wrote me this letter. You don't understand. You're so negative. Really? Really? I'm negative because I'm not letting you do what you want to do and ruin your life running behind some little girl who I think need a therapist. If you don't get out of here, no. No. I won't understand. And I'm not negative. And so I just had to sit him down, honey. Went through that whole little corny letter he wrote me. And this what you said. Let me tell you about that. And this what you said. Let me tell you about that. And at the end, and of course, tears is coming down, because, they want to cry when they're not winning. You're not going to win with me, okay? And I had to say, listen, you're a teenager. You're not going to like me all the time, and that's fine. But you will not win with what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to raise you. Point blank, period. You know. And, y'all saw the video with Shari. If y'all looked at the video with Shari, she didn't like me all the time. And I did not care, okay? Because it's not about being a parent, it's not about having your kids like you. Being a parent is about setting boundaries, making sure they're going to be a good adult. Listen, if that's what you want, okay? Because I don't know what people want as parents, but I know that's what I wanted. I wanted, like, one of these days, they not going to be living here, okay? They're living here now. I make sure, they're still young. Like, it was tripping me out when people graduated. People was like, oh, did she move out? Move out to what? Where's she going? With a ton of student loan debt. No, it's in her best interest to stay right here and pay them student loans off, okay? Like I said, they're not going to be like their mama, okay? Because I'm still in an apartment, okay? This place is trash, okay? No. I want her to pay off her student loans. I want her to, after that, I want her to save some money. Get her a townhouse or something. Get you some property. Let's do things differently, okay? Let's not be like your mama. Because we don't know when I'm going to get our house, okay? But we also know that I love to shop. So, listen, whatever, okay? So, yeah, so, you know, this hard parent thing, boy, I really don't like the title. Because Shari was adamant. I kept putting it in quotes. Shari kept being like, no, you were. Okay. But guess what? I'm not even like that no more. So you see what I'm saying? Like, if anybody feels any kind of way about being hard on their kids, that's just you setting boundaries, you know, giving them like a foundation of like morals and how they should be as a human being. That's all it is. If you do that, listen, by the time they graduate high school, your the parenting the parenting switches. It is no more like, trying to get all these morals into somebody, to make sure they're different. We're done with that phase, because if by the time they graduated high school, honey, if they ain't got it, they ain't gonna get it, okay? And then your parenting just turns into something else. I called it guiding. Like now, I'm basically just guiding them in a right direction. Like Marquise hasn't graduated high school yet, but Marquise is intelligent. His brain, he's when I talk with him, I got to bring my A game, okay? Because I always tell him, Marquise, you are not smarter than me. I ain't never say that, Mom. Oh, okay. I got to be on it, okay? Because that Marquise is a trip. But so even for him now, I just basically have to keep him on track because y'all that know me, yeah, Marquise wanted to be a wrestler. Then he wanted to be the president of the United States. Then he wanted to be a football player. Child, the last thing he said to me was he was trying to get out of going to college. Skirt! Stop. No. Go back to go. You're going to college. So he came to me with this brilliant, Mom, I want to be a fitness trainer. I said, Marquise, that's actually pretty good. You're really into fitness. He's always working out, despite if he's playing football or not. He is always working out, keeping his body in shape. He went vegan for a minute, but even though he's not vegan, he still, eats a lot of fruits now, which I'm so happy about. He was not like that before. He was like Chick-fil-A down, okay? Disgusting. I mean, not disgusting. That's probably why I ate so much Chick-fil-A, but neither one of us have. So, you know, drinks a lot of water. Um, he eat veggies so. But yeah, so I'm happy about that. But he was like, I can be a fitness trainer. I can go get a certificate, so I don't even need to go to college. You going? I said, college, you can still do that. You can do everything you just said. He was like, it's only for X amount of weeks. I said, okay. When you graduate high school, you can go and do that little fitness thing. And guess what? When you finish with that, you'll be just in time for fall semester. Sir, what you think this is? And so, we had to talk through that. I had to keep talking him through that. Like, no, college is plan B. Plan A is whatever your heart's desire. Plan B is having that piece of paper. Because I said, son, Lord forbid if your plan A don't work out and all you have is a high school diploma and you might have to get a job while you working on your plan A. What kind of job you gonna get with a high school diploma? Whatever job you can get, you ain't gonna want it. Okay? So I suggest you go ahead and get that piece of paper so that you can, make sure you can secure something decent. Oh, okay, Mom. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Please. But you see. So that's what I have to do with Marquise. Just keep guiding him. But that's small. Um, so yeah, my journey, listen. I hear horror stories about these kids these days. I be like, what? They say what to you? Oh, okay. I don't know what it is. I don't know if parents are scared. I don't know if it's, everybody always be like, well, the kids can call. I promise y'all, if my kids had ever called anybody, CPS, the police on me, please take them. Goodbye. Because I'm raising them by myself anyway. Y'all can have them. And then maybe I can quit this part time job. Okay? And let's see how they like living in them foster cares and stuff. And no, I'm not coming. Because for what? Take them. Y'all stupid. You know. They wasn't getting abused. I can see. Abuse is different. But, because I did beat. I beat children. But anyway, mine. Um, Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I ever hit my nieces and nephews. I mean, my nieces and my nephew. I don't think I did. I mean, I remember putting me on in the closet, but she needed to go there. Okay, and just told her to just go sit there for a while, away from everybody else, because you don't know how to act. But I don't know if I ever beat them. I don't know. But anyway, yes. So being hard on your kids is not a bad thing. And even if they don't like you at the time, they will like you later. Hello? Child, Shari is always talking to me. Sometimes she come to me, oh yeah, mom. I'm like, oh my God, please, can I just watch TV? But that'd be rude. I mean, I do say it sometimes. Y'all know me. Um, but then I just stop doing what I'm doing so I can give her whatever attention she's wanting or my opinion or whatever guidance she's after at the time. So, but yeah, listen, we got to raise these kids right because the world is not a happy place all the time, okay? So, you can you can be a hard parent, you cannot. But for me, it worked. And I got rock stars. Okay, guys, so that's all we have this week for Lounging with Leet. Make sure y'all join me next week because next week I will have a special guest. It will be my sister, and we're just going to be talking about it's going to be, I'm calling it the sister edition, and me and my sister will be talking about fashion. All right, so make sure y'all like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video.